Hello everyone and welcome back. Your niece, your daughter, anyone you know might meet you to get some advice from you because the person wants to know, when do you think, since you're already married, you've been in a relationship, when do you think is the perfect time to get married? Because when we have our money after school and everything, we think, oh, I need to settle down, I need to settle down. But this settling down might be like knowing how to use our money, how to establish, kind of relaxing from all the stress we have made in life, like going to school and the rest of it. But in our life, every time we think that this settling down means every time to get married. It can be having a serious relationship, but not really to get married. The word getting married is not actually what we might need, but in our mind and the society clock, we always think that at a particular time in life, like in the 25 years, between 25 years and 30 years, it's time for us to get married. But I'm just trying to clear you that in my own understanding and experiences, I would say that this 25 years can never be the accurate time to get married, because 25 years, we are still growing up. We don't even know much. We've not really understand some things about life, human being, reasoning, mentality, the way people do their things. This how we live with somebody, how people, whatever they feel for us, change and they turn to become something else. We really need to understand what life is all about. Even understand ourselves to be able to make the right choice. And we make that choice that we are able to take some decisions when it's difficult for us to take decision, when to close our mouth and when to speak. There are other things we need in life, even how to handle our money, to know what our rights are before we could say, I want to get married. How can we defend ourselves before this person wants to get married to their people? The neighbors around, how do we stand out there outside that we say, we are grown up, we are fit now. I think I can stand on my own to say, I'm a woman, I'm a wife who belongs to this person. I can defend this person, I can stand and give this person whatever that person needs as a wife before I could say, I will get married at 25. So being that you've not really understand yourself, I would say at the 25 years, wouldn't it have been better for us to cool down, try to understand some things and grow up a little bit on our own? Because it wouldn't be good for me to get married after getting married and think I've made the right choice. This is what I want. This thing I'm seeing now. I don't know if you heard about, I know I've jumped that one, but I don't know if you heard about some people who have had relationship, have a very long, serious time relationship. After all these years, it happens that one of them, or sometimes even both of them, come out to know that this is not us. This is what we want then, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, is no longer what we want now. We want something different. Even you will see that sometimes the choices you make will begin to change. The kind of man you want, kind of woman, the kind of lifestyle you want might not be the one that person wants, because now the person has grown up to have another choice. The person is seeing things another way than the person used to see it before. So it's better for us, if it is possible, even though that sometimes the pressures from parents, even from the society and the people we call our own people, that they disturb us, give us the pressure. I would say that the right time, and again for having children, the right time to get married would have been at 40. Because at 40, one has known a lot of things, has been exposed to many things, that when the person takes this decision, there'll be no too much shaking head, like too much disagreement that you want to prove stubborn and say, I don't want this, this kind of craziness, this, I don't agree, I don't want this, you just planning something and deciding to just throw it away and go to anywhere, let everybody go his own. These decisions that we take sometimes that we regret because we took that decision in a haste, or we took the decision because we don't know something, we don't have lived the marriage, we don't have lived the relationship, we would have just managed. All these things happen in our life at earlier age. Before the ages of 30, 35 years, we do a lot of crazy things. that we are not proud of. That tomorrow when you call us to say, why did you take those decisions? We might not really have answers to them. And we'll ask ourselves, why did we even do that? Because now we might not have done that. So this getting married early and mostly rushing into the marriage, not having time to study this person, one really need to be in a kind of stage where the person's life must be reasoning around 35, 40 for the person to know what kind of decision the person is taking. If this decision is good for you, if this decision is even this kind of decision you will take, that you're not going to have a change of mind. This is why sometimes they try to tell us the infatuation, all these things we have, or thinking we love someone so much that we can't do without that person. It's mostly on that age when we are younger. That's when we take decisions that even when people are advising us against it and say, this thing you're doing is not right, this way, did you check this thing very well? People who are older, because what they are seeing at that age is not what we are seeing. It's like we have a lot of short sight to see and reason things very well when we are younger than when we are matured. So when we are taking this decision of getting married, because this person have gotten married, did you see the wedding? I want to do this. And sometimes how much you spend in the wedding, all the decisions, all the things that drives us that time when we are young, things that we want to pursue that are not necessarily what we should engage in or put our investment in, simply because we are young. Assuming we are older, we have seen things, this would have helped us a lot to make the right decisions. So when someone is not really finding someone who is saying, hello, I love you, there's no need to be desperate. If you ask me, there's no need for the person to say, go to bed and start worrying. Because sometimes when we start this race of getting married, giving birth to children, settling down, sometimes we see that we meet the people who started before us, we meet them, or we who got married late, we now even go above them. Why do we develop a relationship? Why do we stay in the marriage longer than them? Because some of them have made mistake. They now realize the mistake when we were 1 year in a strong relationship, 1 year in marriage, when they are still going to start looking for who to get married to because of the mistake they have made. And sometimes we start giving back dear, simply because also we are not with the right person. We couldn't make that good decision because we are not matured enough. And it's more hurtful when one of us still want to be in the relationship and the other one does not. The one who wants to be in the relationship get them more hurt than the one who don't want to get into the relationship anymore. Somebody who has found something that is better for him or her at that age. We should really be careful how we are rushing into relationship or wanting to get married, involved with somebody when we are not really ripe. Yeah, some people get so matured at early age, but it doesn't also stop these things that mess us to think that the decisions we made that time are not the right decision, or they are also not the best choice we would have had. Like when someone call you now and say, what do you want today at your 25 to 30 years? Even at your 35, and you write down what you want. You can practice this by taking a pen, write down what you want today that you're 25 years. That choice of marriage, lifestyle you want today that you're 25 years. When you get your 30 something years, try to find out if these choices changes or is it the same choice. The kind of man you want today that you think, I'm looking for handsome, I'm looking for classic, I'm looking for these things you want today will become so not important to you tomorrow. If you want somebody who is younger, you must start dreaming of somebody who is older. You want somebody who is rich, you must start thinking, even I need happiness, I need love, I don't really need this money something. It just takes maturity. And this maturity, we don't have date for it because some people are old, they are not still matured. Most relationships that are suffering today is that hasty decision. The decision of the person not knowing exactly what that person wants, and that person went and make that choice because of what that person say, what the person think that is yes now of important to me, then in future that thing will no longer be of importance to the person. That thing might not be then what that person need at that moment, and there's no way the person can make out of this person, out of this relationship, what you now want. This is why you see some of us are not happy. It's not just the behavior, our manners that we are practicing inside the relationship. Sometimes it looks, because we are not matured enough to know that somebody who is slim, after giving birth to many children, that the person will grow this large. When we are matured, we can start thinking of, okay, this is how the mother look. Oh, the father is like this. Wow, the aunt that is married to that place, I'm just giving instance, is looking like this. Oh, there's probability that this person is going to look like this in future. Then we start admiring another woman outside. Or we start thinking, oh, the pot belly of the man. You know, some things we like to point at. Why and why not? The stinginess, the stubbornness from women, the not managing money, the squandering, the everything. Or she's nagging, she's talking too much, she's disturbing, she's not having understanding. But assuming we had patience, we had time to look at these things, we might have figured out things that will show us the sign that this would have ended up like this. Then we are in it. And some of us who can't really fight for what they want cannot correct these mistakes or leave these problems, find another way to solve it so that they will find that happiness at last, or live in this place and find the happiness. We can no longer handle it. This is where it comes to that we don't talk, we argue. Even in the discussion, there's no longer dialogue. We just stay and we just mess every discussion that comes up because we are so bitter in our hearts. We find our place where we don't really expect to find ourselves, and now we are troubled. And we're so angry that we now think that person who is our partner is our problem. Decision was mutual. You said yes, and the other person said yes. It's not just one person's mistake. So this mistake should not be pushed to one person and say, the person is the reason why I didn't succeed in life. That person is the reason why I didn't get the happiness I needed in a relationship. That was the decision that these young people took when they were not matured enough to take that decision. So one should really know that somebody is young. The person might not know that people do change. That person who loves you will not be loving you like that or caring about you like that. These are things people with matured mind know. Forget what we watch in TV, what we read in book. There's some things that our age and maturity teaches us. We just learn it from experience, from other things, than just with a younger heart and a younger brain. We might not really see that. So when someone asks me, as somebody who married early, who started giving birth early, I would say it would be good for somebody to get really matured. When the person wants to rush it, the person should go into some places where the person will watch other people who are marrying, so that the person will see what is going on in that person's life, in those people's life, to use it to compare to what could come up tomorrow in the person's relationship. I mean tomorrow in future, in that person's relationship, so that when it happens, the person will use it to compare to what the person has seen before, not seeing it as a shock or something the person cannot handle. When it starts happening to the person's life, one really needs to go into these things, even if it's not you who get into the relationship. Put ear down and listen to what is happening into people's relationship. And you know what is also destroying most of our relationship is that so many things are going on in the relationship that is not good for us, that we are not enjoying. We don't love it. It's disturbing us. It's destroying our happiness and obstructing whatever joy we want to derive, how we want to enjoy this relationship. And we always keep it to ourselves. Exposing what is happening in our life is helping others to know how they will do with their own hand not to make mistakes. That's why I'm here as a model. I come here, say something about myself. Let's say, you talk too much, you share too much. Yeah, we have to do something to save ourselves, because whatever pain, disturbance, anything that has make you not to achieve what you dream of achieving, those things are problems, obstacles that prevented you from succeeding in what you want to achieve. So the best thing is to share it with somebody and tell the person, here are my losses, here are my mistakes, and assuming I did it like this, I think I would have had success, so that another person do not make that mistake. That's why I'm here. At my age, maybe I wouldn't like to be, I'm not too old to be a YouTuber, it's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying, I wouldn't have been choosing to come here and talk about myself like that. But when some things is so relevant, so important to be shared, important mistakes people shouldn't ever make in their life, it's good to share it with somebody and say, you see, this is like this is how I see it. Just think about it before you do it. That's why I'm here. So let's get a little bit matured, I would say. Let's try and get a little bit matured, get small informed before we get into relationship. Relationship is not all about sweet, sweet, sweet. Nice, nice, nice. Sometimes it gets so sour and we get hot, we get bittered, and sometimes we might not find that kind of happiness we think this relationship will bring us. In relationship, there's separation, there's divorce. May we not fall a victim of betrayal and other things that could happen in relationship, so that our life will continue to be better, that we don't need to pain, hurt, that we continue to be happy for the rest of our life and have a healthy relationship. That's all I want to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching so far. See you guys next time in my next video. My name is Chioma Sweet Bro.